sometimes I wonder if this shit more than the game is to Gayle Benson, Ziggy, because
Okay.
now, look, I'll say this. I'm gonna preface it with this. To her credit, I was actually surprised that she finally did a media interview, which makes me think that maybe the folks on Airline Drive are not as in their bubble as we fear they are. Because I was like, well, thank God that at least the fan outroar is loud enough that they felt like finally we got, hey, Gayle, you got to say something. Like your teams have 2 wins between them. You got to get out there and say something. So that made me feel, I want to be glass half full a little good. Like, okay, well, finally, she was forced down there to say something, like instead of just coming out, waving her to the crowd with her Gucci bags as if, we were a Super Bowl contender. But she did an interview with the Times Picayune and Jeff Duncan last week. Shout out to Jeff Duncan for getting that exclusive interview. And she had some interesting things to say. So, Ziggy, I want to ask you about it. And in the chat, please, including you Falcons fans, if y'all want, like, I really want to know y'all analysis of what some of the things Gayle Benson was saying. Starting off with, Ziggy, she was asked, the Saints and Pelicans are both off to historically slow starts. How will you assess their respective seasons so far? Gayle Benson said, I am obviously not happy. I'm disappointed, and I would expect our fans to also be disappointed. What we established over the last 2 decades with the Saints was a winning organization with the expectation to compete for championships every year. That is our goal, and that has not changed. That is what I expect, and that's what our fans expect. There is the reality that both leagues have rules to create parity and opportunities, such as the salary cap, and I certainly understand resetting the cap and rebuilding, but nevertheless, I want to win. My role is to hire the best people. I can give them the resources they need to win. It is also my job to hold them accountable. If we are not meeting our goals, my expectations for the Pelicans are the same. By the way, this interview was done before we fired Willie Green on Saturday. So, Ziggy, from that answer, how do you feel about what she said?
Well, if you're saying this was done before they fired Willie Green, it looks like she held her end of the bargain because she said it is my job to hold them accountable if we're not meeting goals. And my expectation for the Pelicans are the same in that last comment right there. So it looks like she's trying to step up. And I know sometimes with the NFL, you have these owners like Jerry Jones, who you kind of like, dude, like you're doing too much. And then we got like Gayle Benson, who is like, we don't see her enough. So it's like you're kind of seeing like 2 ends of the spectrum with some of these owners in the NFL. And definitely with Benson, we would like to have her be a little bit more hands-on with this stuff, or at least if you're going to be behind the scenes, at least be making some moves, because it seems to us that nothing is being done, that they're accepting losing, and that's not a good perception.
I think that was a very standard answer, so I wasn't mad at that. She also was asked, many fans have lost confidence in the leadership of Saints general manager Mickey Loomis, pointing to the club's lack of success without head coach Sean Payton. She said, and this is where fans really got mad, it may not be what the fans want to hear, but as far as firing Mickey Loomis, that is ridiculous. Wow. So it looks like Mickey Loomis is not going anywhere, Ziggy. He does a great job. Wow, great. Okay, that's interesting. Mickey's been one of the top NFL general managers. He's a great guy. He's got a bunch of rookies. He's got a new head coach who was just in the Super Bowl. I mean, what else can I do? Wow. Okay, hold on. Before we even get into that, she also said about Mickey Loomis, because they were asked, many fans believe that Mickey Loomis is part of the problem rather than part of the solution. Explain why you have this confidence in Mickey Loomis, Gayle Benson. Benson said, this offseason, Mickey managed the retirement of Derek Carr, saving us $30 million in cap space. He also traded defensive tackle Kalen Saunders to the Jaguars for our current starting veteran center, Luke Faulkner, who played a pivotal role in the absence of Eric McCoy following his season-ending injury. I am told that Saunders was just released by the Jaguars. Good Lord. Kalen Saunders caught a stray with that one, huh? We currently hold 7 draft choices for the 2026 NFL Draft, all of which will help us continue building this young roster. As our fans know well, Mickey also oversaw 2 of the greatest drafts in league history in 2006 and 2017, not to mention leading the charge during one of the most challenging situations for the greatest free agent signing in professional sports, Drew Brees. Mickey is one of the longest tenured and most respected general managers in the NFL. In 2006, he was the lone voice in our building to hire Sean Payton. When I am asked to hold Mickey Loomis accountable, I do. Not every decision works out. They never do. That is why I am sharing with you the body of work that Mickey has contributed to making our team so successful over the years. I hold him in high esteem, and I am very pleased with what he has accomplished and acquired and is building. And finally, Ziggy, they say, well, how would you answer his critics who say that he is not held accountable by you and Saints president Dennis Lucia? It is important to note that both Joe Dumars and Mickey Loomis report only to me, Gayle Benson, no one else in the building. I am in the office every day speaking with them. I am in the locker room after every game, win or lose, and available to them to provide whatever support they may need to be successful. It's incorrect to assume that Mickey Loomis is not being held accountable. I agree with everyone, including Mickey, that we do not have the record that we want. However, I do see a team that is building for the future. While I am not nuanced in the details of specific football moves, I am aware of what I see on the field. Our first-year head coach, Kellen Moore, has the makeup to be a very special coach, and I am excited about having him. I am also very excited about our young players and the way that they have played this year. It appears we may have found a young quarterback in Tyler Shook, who has the potential to start for us for many years. I was so proud to see Tyler do well, and I shared that with him after the game. He's doing a great job. I really like that young man. So from what I can see from my seat, the young team is headed in the right direction. Ziggy, what are your thoughts on her analysis of Mickey Loomis, with the main thing being that we are being ridiculous for wanting him to be fired?
I think it's part of it's part of that thing where she's trying, I guess, go another round with Mickey Loomis to see what we're trying to build with Shuck and all these guys. But at the same time, it's like, aren't you not happy with what we built with Sean Payton, and aren't you trying to keep that same standard? Like, some teams, they'll get rid of a head coach and they keep that standard. Like, if they're not getting enough winning seasons behind their belt. Like, we haven't been in the playoffs since what, 20? When was the last time we've been in the playoffs? 2018? No, not 2018.
2020 for the Saints.
2020.
Yeah.
I mean, we recent Saints history, we're not used to that. So, you know, we want to continue that having our foot on the pedal and our momentum that we've been building all these years, and we start feeling like we're regressing. So while I'm actually not mad at her comments. But at the same time, it's like, and same with the Pelicans, which we'll talk about later, is like, you got to give us something to cheer for. You can't have mediocrity on the field and then expect, you know, sellouts and seats to be filled every game. I
think a problem is completely dismissing the notion that Mickey should be on a hot seat. I'm not saying, I'm actually one of the fair people. Like, I agree that Mickey has done some great things for the organization. So I'm a fair man. I'm like, okay, he hit a home run with the Sean Payton hire. He struck out with the Dennis Allen hire. I'm like, now I mean you in the middle. Like, if this Kellen Moore era works out,
yeah,
you got my blessing. You're doing
it.
If the Kellen Moore era does not work out, he absolutely should be fired.
You're done.
This is the NFL. This is a business, Gayle. This is not no mom and pop shop. You can't keep living off a Super Bowl that's going to be damn near 2 decades old by the time we probably are going to be done with the Kellen Moore era. So I do not like how she is just so dismissive of how dare any fan have the audacity to question Mickey Loomis. Now, this answer, Ziggy, this is some goddamn boilerplate PR shit that I can see a mile away. Like, ain't no way, Ziggy. With all due respect to Gayle Benson, ain't no way she knows what the hell Luke Faulkner is. Like, this reads off of something that she was
prep for.
She was coached the shit out of that answer, bro. Like, you think Gayle Benson knows that about how much money we saved on Derek Carr? And first of all, I feel like you can't give Mickey Loomis credit for managing the retirement of Derek Carr when he signed Derek Carr to that contract. So it's like saying, oh, he tore the house down, but I'm going to give him credit because he picked up a hammer and he's rebuilding the house. Well, he's the one who tore down the house in the first place. But when she got to the Caden Saunders thing, and of course, Caden Saunders took her straight on that one. I'm like, damn, why they had to pick on Caden Saunders like that?
Which was kind of crazy because Saunders seemed like he was going to be one of our, like, locker room kind of like guys that people were kind of getting behind. With his story and everything, but then they kind of
that kid of Saunders straight that they took to say, okay, we gotta. You know what it makes me go? I'm not gonna ever be afraid to take shots at the Saints because I'm like, it's a cool world. Like, if they can take shots at players, then why can't we as fans take shots at them? Right? It's a cool business. It's a cool business. So to all the sometimes you get like the franchise apologists saying, "No, you're being too hard on them."
Now the thing that I did take though, Jono,
a former player. Go ahead.
The thing I did take from this particular quote right here, Jono, you see those dates, 2006,
6 and 17.
That's not recent. So
exactly, this is
you're giving them credit for stuff that he did in the past. While we appreciate that, and it was fun being a Saints fan during those times. I mean, we're in 2025.
What have you done for me lately, business?
Yeah, exactly.
And with this question, she's saying that they report to her. I mean, I can appreciate her being glass half full. I mean, she's talking about Tyler Shook, and I think Sonya say, damn, after 2 stars, you're trying to hype him up. But it's like, okay, let's let Tyler Shook's career play out before we
need a
start
body of
saying,
work.
oh, we got a great computer. Like, and I can say that I'm a fan. I'm being fanatical. You're an owner. You got to be a little bit more, even kill, because we got a long way to go, Gayle. We got a long way to go.
Nice young man.
She was not done. Hold on, we got a super chat from the great Bruce Saint. Can we get the dish shit more than the game air horns?
Yes, sir.
Bruce Saint says, hot take, Gayle is doing what owners should do. Leave the roster building to the coaches and the salaries to the front office, but hold guys accountable like firing DA. Yes and no, Brute, because
I think he in the middle with that.
I don't mind that, but you gotta hire the right people. Like if the people you're hiring aren't doing the job, then you got to make tough decisions. And she doesn't seem to be making tough decisions when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. She damn sure didn't want to make a tough decision about Willie Green until they were forced to fire him this past season. We'll get to that in a little bit. Gayle also said, Ziggy, when she was asked, given the historically slow starts this season and the recent struggles of both clubs to make the playoffs, talking about the Saints and Pelicans, why should fans have confidence in management and direction of the organization? She says, like I stated, there is the reality that both leagues have the rules to create parity and opportunity. Fortunately, those rules in both leagues allow for quicker turnarounds than they used to if you make the right decisions. My role is to hire the best people, and I can and give them the resources they need to win. I have committed millions to the state-of-the-art practice facilities and hiring coaches and support staffs for these teams. I also take great pride, as Bruce Saint just mentioned, in not meddling in the day-to-day operations, letting our football and basketball people do their jobs. And yes, it is also my job to hold them accountable if we are not meeting our goals. Away from the field and court, it is also my job to make sure our business operations are providing the best product for our fans and their game day experience. Every time I see the stands in the crowd for the Saints and Pelicans games, those stands are very, very empty. So I don't know what she's talking about with that. But when it comes to saying that her role is to hire the best people, do we have the best people?
Mm-hmm.
Do we? Because I mean, we got 4 wins between both franchises. So I don't say how you can in one sentence say, don't worry about Mickey Loomis, y'all overreacting, but then saying, well, I gotta hire the right people. So are you gonna hire the right people? Or are you gonna be firm on that or not? Because you seem like you're saying that there's no world where we ever hold Mickey Loomis accountable. But in this sentence, you're saying, but I'm gonna hire the right people.
Not saying you got to micromanage, but that screenshot right there, Jono. Not saying you got to micromanage, but I think we've all been at jobs where we had a boss that probably was a little handoff, and when you do things like she says, not meddling in day-to-day operations, then people are going to be taking 3-hour lunches. They're going to be coming in late because there's no fear of the boss popping in and holding people accountable. So this particular quote, I don't agree with. I feel like as the boss, you do need to be meddling to some extent in the day-to-day operation as the owner. But that's just me.
And then we have
what you think about that, John? Do you agree or what you think? You think about her? She says, I take pride in being hands-off.
I said it before. You could be hands-off when you got Drew Brees and Sean Payton in the building. You can't be hands-off when you got Willie Green and Dennis Allen in the building. So, yeah, I mean, that push could be nice. But then when you see it's not, I think Drew Brees and Sean Payton covered a lot of ground for this franchise.
She was at Ziggy.
And all those fans, we tried telling them anyway. Fans have expressed their discontent to us at the Times-Picayune via emails, text messages, and letters to the editor. How aware are you and other team officials of the fans' displeasure right now? Gayle says, I am absolutely aware. I am not an absentee owner who just flies in for the games. I am in the office and am out in the community every day. I talk to fans, partners, and our staff every day. We discuss and hear their frustrations regarding the performance of both teams every day. No one is very happy with either team's performance right now, especially me. With that said, I am confident that both teams are headed in the right direction. Okay. Specifically in the acquisition and development of our young players that are playing and starting for both teams. They will be our core for years to come. But again, I understand the frustration and anxiety of patients. I believe in a plan and vision as we develop both teams in getting our young players that we have drafted on the field and on the court now. I can maybe buy that for the Saints because we are in a clear rebuild. Yeah. It's funny that she said earlier, we knew this was going to be a rebuild year. No, y'all didn't, because y'all never said they were specifically avoiding the word rebuild because they had to sell tickets. But now that
I don't think they'll ever come out and say that.
Now they saying it was a rebuild. Yeah, y'all wasn't saying that in August. Y'all was trying to sell the Superdome out. But I could see that made that line of thought for the Saints. The Pelicans are in year 7 of the Zion era. What are you talking about? The future is bright. She's probably going to say, was told to say, but Jeremiah Fields and Derek Queen, who are both doing the damn thing as rookies right now. I absolutely agree with that.
They doing their
But when
thing.
we are in year 7 of this Zion era, Zion is missed like half the season already. Willie Green just got fired. We only have 2 wins. That Smoothie King Center stands. The upper level is so damn empty that they are now not even opening up concessions on the upper level because not enough fans are showing up. You cannot tell me, oh, the future is bright for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans are in a horrible spot. The Pelicans, goddamn, I had to say it, like the Falcons, where we traded our first-round picks, and no matter how shitty we are, we can't even say, oh, we're going to get a nice draft pick next year and get a nice prospect. We don't even have a high draft pick next year. So I don't understand what you're talking about with that, Ziggy.
No, I don't understand that. And the thing is with the thing that really had irked me with the media lately is this big thing, this big push of trashing the New Orleans fan base in regards to the Pelicans. Like they said, oh man, no one's showing up to the games. No one's buying tickets to see their team get their ass whooped. No one's buying tickets to see all the players sit out because they're hurt. Like, put something on the court for us to buy tickets for to go see. Give us hope. Give us something that we can invest in. And I bet you the blender will be packed. It's that easy.
And Antonio Daniels says when they were asking him about Willie Green being fired, he say it's one thing to lose, which to me is not one thing to lose. We've been losing for years now. By the way, it's how you're losing. We're losing by 20 and 30 points every night. We lost by 20 plus to the Thunder.
That's giving up.
We lost by however many to who did we play on Sunday? The Warriors. Like you thought that even with firing Willie, you're gonna get that new interim head coach spark that we got with Darren Rizzi last year when we beat the Falcons, ruined their season. You're like, oh, maybe we'll get a spark with that. We got same old Pelicans, huh? Even with Willie Green being fired, ain't much change. But like, even if they were losing but playing competitive, fun basketball, you probably would get some fans saying, hey, I know we're bad, but at least we know we're gonna get an entertaining product. Like the product right now for the Pelicans is horrible. It's horrible. So like every game we're getting blown out. The players don't look like they care. They look like their IQ is horrible. It's like, come on, man. So I do not buy this at all, Gayle Benson. For the Saints, you can talk me into it because we do have a young, good draft class so far with the 2024 draft class, and Tyler Sheck might be that next guy. We hope that he is, but you cannot put lipstick on a pig when it comes to the New Orleans Pelicans. And finally, Ziggy, Gayle was asked, is there anything else that you would like to add? She said, yes. Let me be clear about this. The teams are not for sale. Because I saw Sonia ask, should she sell? She says the teams are not for sale, Ziggy. That's in capital letters. I want everybody to know that the Saints and Pelicans are not for sale. I get tired of people asking me if they are for sale. I am turning 79 in January, but I am pretty healthy. I hear that people want to talk to me about buying the teams. I'm like, well, that's a waste of time. That's not going to happen. And people need to calm down about the team moving. And finally, I just want everybody to know that I'm doing everything that I can other than throwing the ball and catching it and getting the ball in the hoop. I can't do anything more than I'm doing. I'm giving the teams the money. I've done everything I can to help these guys. After every game, win or lose, both teams, I'm in that locker room. When they come on the field or off the court, I'm hugging every one of them, win or lose. I can't do anything more than that to let them know I'm supporting them. I don't know what else I can do. I hate that answer. Because one, whoop the freaking dude that you hugged them after the games. Maybe you should stop hugging them, Gayle. If we lose it, maybe you should say y'all don't want to get hugs if y'all win. This ain't no goddamn mom and pop shop, man. Y'all keep having that stigma that y'all mom and pop shop, and this answer makes me think that y'all mom and pop ass shop. And two, I'm not mad that she doesn't want to sell the team, Ziggy. But the way these teams are being run right now, and I know you hate it because the national media always picks on, especially the Pelicans.
I hate the national media, how they pick on us, bro.
They got to sell. But get your goddamn franchises to be successful, and you won't have to worry about people asking, are you going to sell the team or are they going to move?
I'm not, I'm honestly not mad at her saying that she likes to hug and, high five all the players after the games.
I know, because she's saying,
how many times we heard the...
What more can I do? You can do way more than just hugging a goddamn player. Being an owner does not mean hugging a goddamn player. This is not a mom and pop shop. This is a goddamn sports billion-dollar enterprises, Ziggy.
I got that.
And we have intel that we know how serious she takes these goddamn hugs at the games. Fuck them hugs, man. We're trying to win games.
Yeah, but then in the same breath, we can't say how these owners don't care about the players and different things like that. So I get that she wants to show that she supports the players, but at the same time, It's like you said, that was gonna be my second point, that it's more than that. People are tired of losing. These are the cries of franchises and fan bases that are tired of losing. And this is something that I think is a good thing. People don't want to just show up to these games just to have fun. We want to watch winning football. We want to watch winning basketball. No one's paying tickets. And like in my case, I'm not driving from Baton Rouge all the way to New Orleans to sit in traffic on a spillway to then go through Kenner, go through Metairie, go through the CBD to watch the team.
$30 to park. Pay $30 to
Pay
park.
$30 to park, see the team get their ass whooped, and then drive an hour back home.
Yes, man. Come on.
I did that when the Pelicans were making playoff pushes. I did do that, and it wasn't a problem.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not going to do that when they're losing.
Winning brings fan support. What a shock.
Yeah.
What a shock. So ultimately, Ziggy, after that interview, and I picked out the full interview can be found on Nola.com, y'all, if y'all want to see a great job by Jeff Duncan. But how does that make you feel coming off of that interview from Gayle Benson about the state of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans?
She's just the owner that, I mean, like I said, she's hands off. She's just there to sign the paychecks. And she's trusting the word of Mickey Loomis and Joe Dumars. And that's, she's staking her claim in that, in those two. And
you have,
I mean, no, go ahead, John. What you said?
Do you have any more, do you leave that interview feeling better about the state of the franchises, feeling worse, feeling about the same?
I came out feeling no different than if I didn't read that interview.
I got you. Same
I'm
with
sure
me,
you did either.
But yeah, because I'm already down on this. My make a wish every night when I see a falling stars that hey, maybe we'll get another Drew Brees / Sean Payne combo that can make up for the what seems to be mediocre ownership and front office leadership from our franchise. Because
at least they get nice.
Mickey proved me wrong, but y'all showing that without Drew and Sean, y'all cannot manage a team and franchises for shit. We'll get more about the Pelicans too, because then after that interview, a day later they fired Willie Green. So we'll end the show with that. But yeah, Ziggy. And thanks for everybody. Mikey says hugs are for winners. For leaving
Mikey, at least look, man. Through all that, at least the players get nice warm hugs from Miss Benson.
yeah, win or lose, Zion knows that. Hey, I need someone to get my hug.
You know what? I needed that.
Gayle Benson. Oh boy, yeah. Sometimes the world needs hugs, right? Gayle Benson is just playing checkers while we playing chess.
Jerry Jones ain't hugging nobody.
I said that right. Oh man, it's a give and take. Like Bruce Wayne said, I appreciate that she's hands off. I don't think I need an owner like Jerry Jones just is meddling and everything.
That's what I'm saying.
But I also want an owner that holds her people accountable and doesn't have this mom and pop shop ass operations where I can't fire Mickey. He's so damn great. I couldn't fire Willie Green because I'm friends with his wife. And she finally had to force to be fired, Willie Green, after this past weekend because we kept losing by like 30 points. At some point, you got to say, shit, we got to do something.
So it's like if we were to apply this to work, if we were to apply this to like work or something, Jono, in the community. So if you had if you were like a director, Jono, and one of your employees got Employee of the Year like 5 years ago, how long do they get before like a mess up, they can get fired for?
Even more than 5 years ago.
I was Employee of the Year.
In 2017, I was Employee of the Year. So even though my performance has been shitty from 2021 to 2025. Remember what I did in 2017?
Remember?
That's the problem, dog. That's the problem.
Remember we had the highest sales. We had
it's that mom and pop shop ass mindset that really just has me ultimately overall down on. But I'm hoping, we don't cheer for Gayle Benson and Mickey Loomis. We cheer for Tyler Sheck. We're cheering for Kellen Moore. We're cheering for Derek Queen now and Jeremiah Fears and Trey Murphy. So I'm hoping that players elevate the franchise because I don't have much faith in the franchise.